the Wismec Reuleaux Tinker with column tank. Let's have a look. Hey guys, Vick here, back with another review. Today we are looking at this. This is the brand new mod and tank from Wismec. This is the Reuleaux Tinker. 3 18650s, 300 watts. Comes with the column sub-tank on top. This is a 28mm sub-tank with 6.5mm capacity. There is a TPD 2mm version as well, so it will be available in the UK. 3 batteries, 300 watts, TC, TCR, preheat settings, all that good stuff. Big colour screen here as well. Very funky looking. I believe it's called the Tinker, and the styling is that of a very popular trainer, shoe, sneaker, cleat. I don't know what you want to call it, but apparently that's what it's kind of inspired by, and that's why it's called that. Really interesting looking, really funky looking. Available in a range of colours. And as ever from Wismec, it will be very affordable. Let's go down low, have a quick look at this, then we'll come back up top for pros and cons. See you in a sec. Alright guys, here we are down low with the Wismec Reuleaux Tinker mod kit with column tank. I'll very quickly show you the tank. 28mm wide, 6.5mm capacity. There is going to be a 2mm TPD one as well. Adjustable airflow here. Nice and open, fully open, but you can close it down. Nice protruding pin, although I wouldn't recommend attempting to use it on a mech. We've got our 810 drip tip here, and we have our top fill here. That works absolutely fine. We'll turn it upside down. I'm going to make a mess, so I'll show you the other tank. This is what the coil heads look like. It's a mesh, single strand of mesh in there, surrounded by cotton. A really tall coil head. You've got your intake there, and yeah, it's 0.15, 30 to 100 watts. I recommend it around, 60, 70, 80 watts is where I've found its best performance to be, but there you go, that's the range they stay, and that is the coil head. And this is the mod, this is the Tinker. So we've got the 510, everything going down flush, fits up to 28mm devices on top. No issues with the 510 there, as you can see. 28 looks great on here. So that is that. Moving around, there is a range of colours available. I've seen 3 different colours available, so do check those out. This is obviously the blue one. Got your fire button here. It's like a light switch style fire button. Minus, plus, micro USB for firmware upgrading. This back bit is kind of rubbery, kind of a rubbery feel to this. It's quite comfy in the hand, but it is very, very big. There's no getting around that. Very, very big indeed. So we've got our battery sled here. Pull that out, and you've got your 3 18650s there. Put that back in like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it turns on. And this is the screen. Typical Wismec menu system on here. 1, 2, 3. And then you've got your modes, your set, info, etc. So if we go set, you can lock your coil, you've got your power, stealth, Sabara, which is the safe charging thing. I don't recommend charging it on board, to be honest. Clock settings, preheat settings, timeout settings, and exit. If we go back to mode, this is where you've got your power, your TC, your TCR, RTC. Now that's just to do with having the clock on the screen all the time. So yeah, we'll go with power. Back to power like we were at. 1, 2, 3. We'll just very quickly go into TC to show you that. You can pick NI, TI, or SS. Let's pick SS, and then you can adjust your temp in here. 1, 2, 3. You can set your power. So you can change your power here like that, and exit, and exit. So you can see now your wattage is 169 watts, and you've got TC on there. So that's how you change your power when in TC mode. 1, 2, 3. Mode. Let's go back to power like we like it. But yeah, a nice bright colourful screen. You've got your ohms at the top, volts top right, wattage in the middle, the time bottom left, and then amps in the bottom right. So there we go, nice screen, Nice look. I'll give you a little look around it as a kit. Pretty funky, Looks always subjective with these things, but I think this is, for one of these wild styles, I actually think it's pretty funky. Let's go up top for pros and cons. Okay guys, so that was the Tinker, Wismec Tinker down low with column sub tank. Quick word on the tank, a return to form for Wismec with this tank. Back on top with the sub tanks, this is a very nice sub tank. Very nice flavour, very nice clouds. Coil longevity seems good as well. No issues with wicking, no dry hits, no leaking, anything like that. It's vaping very nicely. The last few weeks I've had some really rubbish sub-tanks sent to me, so it's such a relief to see that Wismec are back on form with quality sub-tanks. 28mm wide, 6.5mm capacity. There is a 2mm TPD one as well. Top fill-in, adjustable airflow, all that good stuff. Vaping like this. Nice big tasty clouds, working very well indeed. So the column tank is very nice. Now the coil head on it, it says 30 to 100 watts on it. Now you know, it's not going to vape great 30 to 50 watts, you know, it's just way too cloudy coil head for that, but I'm around 60-70 watts and very much enjoying the vape around that mark. I have tested it up to 100 and it does go up to 100 quite well, so there we go. I think it's a really good sub tank, return to form from Wismec on the sub tank. The column tank's really good, really like that. Okay, moving down to the mod. Looks wise, not exactly the sort of thing I would usually go for. Not the sort of thing I would run out and buy usually based on looks. That being said, it's really funky looking. It is really funky looking. I totally get the trainer thing. It does look like a trainer, like a sneaker. Yeah, I do get that. It kind of looks like Air Jordans or whatever. I'm not super familiar with the actual shoe it's meant to be, but yeah, I can totally get it. I totally get it. It looks funky. It looks cool. Yeah, I get the looks. Not necessarily something I would typically go and get. It's totally up to you on looks. But yeah, I think it's quite funky. Something quite funky about it. You know, this is not the sort of thing that's going to be a pocket mod anyway. This is a big mod. Three 18650s in here, so it's not the sort of thing you're going to be wandering around town with it anyway. So yeah, it's pretty funky. It's pretty funky looking. In terms of actual genuine negatives, just a few things to be aware of, obviously, before jumping on this. Obviously, this is not an out and about mod. It's not a pocket mod. This is a big mod compared to the RX, the Squonker that they just did, the Luxottic DF. You know, it's a similar kind of size, similar kind of footprint to that, similar kind of size to that. Obviously they've done smaller stuff like the RX Gen 3, was it? It's a lot, you know, it's a lot bigger than that. It's a big mod. All I'm saying is it's a big mod. So if it's going to be a desk mod for you or around the house mod, then that's cool, that's fine. But it's not a pocket mod. To bear that in mind, obviously. So that is that. The only actual out and out proper negative I have is the fire button. I don't love the fire button. It's kind of like a light switch fire button, so it goes down like that. Like that. It's really stiff. It's really stiff. It's not too bad when you're firing it with your thumb. With your finger, it feels like slightly stiffer than it needs to be. So there's that. Beyond that, though, I have no real genuine negatives. It's a very well functioning mod. Lovely little colour screen on here. Very easy to read, very easy to see. Nice layout. Easy menu to navigate. 3 clicks, just moving around, picking what you want. Super easy. Power output seems on point. Will it go up to 300 watts? I'm not sure. I don't really know what it's capable of in terms of top power. I haven't tested it up to 300 watts. But power output in the ranges that I like seems bang on. TC seems bang on. TCR seems bang on. Functionally, this mod does absolutely nothing wrong. The 510 is good. Everything's going down flush. It's got micro USB for firmware upgrades. Functionally, this mod does everything it should. So really, it comes down to, do you need a 3-cell battery mod? Obviously, you will get superb battery life with this. Do you need a 3-cell battery mod? You know, do you need that? do you need one of these? And the looks, are the looks something for you? If you like the looks of this and you come in to see if there's anything like majorly wrong before getting it, if you like the looks, jump on this. It's a cracking mod, good tank, and the mod functionally superb, no major flaws or anything like that. Not super in love with the fire button, but that's very small in a list of negatives, you know. There's not really too much bad I can say about this. It's actually a really good mod. Quite a funky looking one as well. Yeah, it's really good. There's nothing wrong with it at all. The sub tank I'm really pleased with. Really enjoying the sub tank. Really relieved to actually get a nice sub tank in after the last few weeks of ropey ones. So there we go, the Wismec Tinker. Really solid mod, really funky looking, works perfectly. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.